Alright, so today we're going to be playing some Crash Bandicoot Racing. If you don't know what Crash Team Racing is, um, it's Mario Kart. It's Sony's competitor to Mario Kart. And honestly, as somebody that really likes Mario Kart, it's a really great game. I would put it above certain Mario Karts. We're just going to do Nitro Cup. Kind of an interesting story behind it. Came out for the original PS1. I mean, once you've played Mario Kart 64, which came out in 1996, this came out in 1999. Oh my goodness, it is so incredibly similar, it's crazy. I will say this, they didn't copy the drifting, which I both like and dislike. I'm really used to the drifting in Mario Kart 64, but no other game really does what this game does. So when you drift, there will be black. Every once in a while, you'll see a blur of black smoke. You'll hit L1 when you see that. And if you drift in one continuous thing, 1, 2, 3, you get a big boost. It's just really interesting. Not many, I don't think any other kart racer or this genre of gaming has that type of mechanic or type of drifting. And honestly, I prefer it to like new Mario Kart where you just drift for however long and get a little bit of boost from it. I like what they did in Mario Kart 64 where you had to flick your stick, pause, back and forth like 2 times and you'll get a small boost. I think it's really fun. This game is beautiful though. PS1, I didn't think could do this smooth graphics. And honestly, it's probably more graphically impressive than Mario Kart 64. Even though the environment's 3D in both of these games. Mario Kart 64's, kart racer sprites and things. Not sprites, but just designs. They're still 2D. So no matter what, side you're from, it almost always looks the same. It looks like a piece of paper. This game I've done a full playthrough of. Maybe one day I'll actually make a video on it. I know it originally wasn't even going to be Crash themed. They were just blank sprites. It was a blank kart racer. They had no idea what they were going to theme it as. Kind of interesting to know, weird to think about. Kind of similar to Mario Kart, where they just were making a kart racer. Or I guess just a racing game in general. There wasn't really kart races before it that I knew of. And they decided, what if we just put Mario in it? Because even in Japan, there's a ton of racing games and just different games in general that have nothing to do with Mario, that they just smack Mario on. 3D Hot Rally for the Famicom. There's an F1 race game that has Mario on the cover. kind of Nintendo's thing at the time, I guess. Mario Kart 64 and this game are so unbelievably similar. I guess later Mario Karts actually kind of copied this game with the, when you jump off a hill, if you're high enough, you'll do a hill off, like a little jump or trick off of it. Obviously in this game you don't do a trick, but when you jump off a hill and land, it gives you a boost. They kind of do the same thing in Mario Kart now. I like the Wampa Fruit mechanic where if you have 10 of them, it supercharges your items. During the game's development, the team built a replica of the Crescent Island course from Diddy Kong Racing to see if the hardware was powerful enough to do a racetrack of that scope and scale. Turns out it was. At the time, Electronic Gaming Monthly noted that the game was heavily inspired by Mario Kart. You don't say. It doesn't look anything like Mario Kart. Completely original game. Seriously, if you haven't tried out this game, I highly suggest. You'll have a lot of fun. If you like Mario Kart, you'll like this game. Even in the story mode, you have kind of like an open world hub type of thing. You drive to your little races and things, which is really neat. I wish more games had that type of thing. I know, like, Cars on the PS2, gosh, that was a good game. Or the Xbox or whatever, same game. Had that open world aspect where you can drive all around the town and drive to your races. And I just wish more games were like that. It's much funner to be able to explore the world. That's why, with most racing games, I like racing games, but I specifically like Forza Horizon. Because Forza Motorsport or the Gran Turismos don't have an open world. Forza Horizon does, and it's a massive open world. You could really easily get lost in it. I'm pretty sure there is a remake of it for the PS2 and the original Xbox, and for I think the Xbox One and PS4, and even Nintendo Switch. I think it's Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel, something like that. Really neat looking game. I haven't played it, so I can't really compare it to this one. But I'm sure it's very similar. I'm pretty sure it's a remastered version of this. But I'm surprised they didn't do like a sequel to this. Maybe they did, and I just don't know about it. But like Mario Kart, I'm pretty sure Mario Kart has like 9 different games in the series now, if you include. Probably like 10 if you include Mario Kart Tour, mobile, and the arcade machines, which I actually got to play one once. Wasn't that great. It was weird playing as, I think it was Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man in Kart Racer. It was very odd. Maybe I'm lying about that. I don't remember very well. I remember as soon as I got a PlayStation 2, which is what we originally had before we got a PS1, we knew it was backwards compatible with PS1 games. I was instantly looking for this because I'd always heard about it. And at that time I couldn't play Mario Kart 64 because we had it on the Wii and our Wii was not working, it wasn't hooked up for some reason. Is that the end of the cup, I think? Yeah. You get to see the ending cutscene. Okay. Unnecessary food physics. Jeez. Somebody blur that. I think this is E for everyone. I think that's gonna be it for today. Crash Team Racing, it's a great game. Highly suggest. Please like and subscribe if you want to. Be much appreciated. See you next time.